Hey, my name is Josh, and last year at 22 years old, I made my first $1 million. It started back at 10 years old with mowing lawns, raking leaves, and just shoveling snow. Then, at 16 years old, I was working with a real estate developer and learning a couple tricks of the trade. Worked with him for a year, things went well, but then he just didn't need Josh anymore. He had found full-time work, and at the time I just wasn't able to do that, so I really had to figure out something for myself. I was working part-time, going to school full-time, and trying to start my entrepreneurial journey, but what would I start with? But then naturally thought, wait a minute, landscaping. What if we did this full-time? We started off with mowing lawn, pulling weeds, all the low-ticket offers, and thought there's gotta be a better way of doing this. So that's when we pivoted to landscape construction, hardscaping, retaining walls, interlock, the whole lot, because that we knew was the only way to make it big. And with a bunch of grit and a bunch of reps, we finally got our first one. So it didn't start out with trucks, didn't start out with trailers, it started out with a couple shovels, couple rakes, a rented U-Haul, and a whole lot of determination. From there, we started landing our projects, and 1 turned to 2, 2 turned to 3, and then we kept building. But then when 3 turned to 4, we needed help, so I brought on friends, family, and whoever it was to help me keep building. And with that, we were able to actually build a name. And with the name, we built a brand, and with the brand, we were able to bring on more talented people to keep increasing the size of the project, and then we really got our first big break. And since then, we've been able to buy 4 company vehicles, 4 trailers, a bunch of heavy machinery for the company, once again to continue growing and expanding to meet the demand of the brand that we're building. First year I made $100,000, second year made over $300,000, third year made over $1 million, and this year I'm aiming to hit $2 million in revenue. And if you want to learn how to make your first $1 million in your 20s and land these bigger landscaping projects, follow along for the journey.